Chauncey fam, Dallas-Fort Worth realtor with Family Realty Group and now EXP Realty, and I'm back with another vlog, y'all. All right, so before we get started, as always, go right down here and subscribe. Also hit the little bell button so that you're notified every time I upload a new video, and let's get busy.
Let's go, champ!
Okay, so I promised myself and promised you guys that I would do some review videos. So like a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day review. And at this point, I am about 40 days over into the EXP experience. I'm loving every minute of it. And so there have been a couple of little kinks in the process. So just want to kind of give you guys an unbiased review on what I like, the pros, the cons, the things that I haven't liked thus far about the process. So first things first, before you make the decision to hit the button and actually go over to EXP, I would say the most important part about the whole process, the most important thing about their model that you need to be cognizant of is the network or downline that you join under. That's literally going to dictate everything from your onboarding process to your ongoing training and resources that you have. That network really is going to dictate your experience and how your career and your business is going to go moving forward. And so I was very strategic with the downline that I chose, and I'm very happy that I did, because the first thing that I want to say is that they did a really good job about is even just the announcement of me coming over. And so joining into this network of some really big power players and people that have huge social media influence, have lots of followers, in addition to the fact that they are like super power players in production, what happened when I came over was freaking nuts. So literally everyone announced it. I did a pretty cool little intro video that was very me. And it was a video that just kind of announced to everyone that myself and my team had moved over to EXP. And so that video was shared and shared and shared. I think at this point we're at like over 3,000 views with it. So it is nuts. Just on Facebook. But everyone within our network kind of shared the fact that I had taken my little boutique brokerage over to EXP, and it created this like excitement and buzz around why I chose to do that. And I was legitimately overwhelmed the first few days with how many people reached out and wanted to know more about EXP, more about my decision of making the move over. And I really attribute a lot of that to not only the fact that I did pretty good with like the announcement myself, but aligning with people that were just as excited as I was, and they spread the word, and it was really big, and it created this buzz, which is kind of what it's all about, right? With going over to EXP and the networking and the collaborative effort. And so just immediately, right off the bat, that was something that I noticed that my alignment definitely helped out with. So make sure if you choose to come over to EXP that you're doing it and you're going under the right people that are really gonna hype up the fact that you came over. They're gonna embrace you and really get the word out for you. So that's kind of the first thing. But more importantly, choosing that network made the very first step to switching over to EXP super duper easy, which is onboarding. So before I'd gone over to EXP, I talked to a couple of different people that like warned me like, when you switch over, it takes a while. It can take like up to a couple of weeks. So I was really expecting this like long, drawn out, cumbersome process, and it was absolutely nothing like that. So the network that I signed into, when I signed on, like the group that I'm under, they actually have a concierge, and like she is legit a concierge. Anything that you need. So from the very moment that like I was sent over the application and the paperwork to kind of just get the process started, from that moment all the way over, even now, I'm still in contact with her with people that are coming over under me. And so it's really cool when you have a concierge, because any hiccups that you have, any questions that you have, instead of you having to personally reach out to people, if you join under a network that has their shit together, then they actually have someone to kind of help you out with all of that. So that was super duper cool. Onboarding was really smooth because we had the concierge. I don't know what that experience looks like without a concierge, because I got one. So again, choosing your network and making sure that even like the smallest thing with the onboarding process is very organized and handled correctly. That's all about who you're kind of signing under and making sure that you are mindful of that. So my onboarding process, it was easy. Everyone else has kind of complained about it, and I think there were some hiccups a while ago, but now they've got all those kinks worked out, and it was a pretty smooth process. It took me a couple of days and we were good to go. So onboarding was really easy because of that. Then I would say after onboarding, what I was really, really surprised about once I actually like hit the switch and I was officially an active EXP agent. What I was really surprised about was how involved EXP as the brokerage outside of the actual network that I had joined into within EXP, how they were really on top of stuff. So my network had this whole like checklist of things that I needed to make sure that I did, but EXP itself, like I was assigned like, I don't know if this is the right name for her or not, but I was assigned like a welcome person. And she literally like called and she texted and was like, if you have any questions, you need help on navigating through anything, you just need help in general, like reach out. And it was really, really cool. And so after onboarding, I was actually told the steps of like, this is what you need to do next. You need to go to this orientation. And after this orientation, it would behoove you to maybe go through like a tour of the world. And after a tour of the world and do this and do that. And so like, it was pretty self-explanatory. So for them not to have any brick and mortar locations and you're kind of navigating through the process on your own, like it was very simple. I've heard some people again, kind of complain about that process. I don't really know why. If you just can read and follow instructions, it was very, very easy. And so I will say one of the things that is a little crazy is, especially if you're coming from like a smaller brokerage or like a little franchise, it's a lot of stuff because they are a national company, or because we are a national company and we're catering to agents all across the United States. And so they have all of these systems and everything in place. It's a lot of shit coming at you at one time. It's almost overwhelming, but if you literally just take the checklist and just take a day to go through everything that they tell you to go through and set up your schedule, within a week, you should be very familiar with how everything works. And so when I say everything, that then kind of moves me on to all of the different systems that they have. Guys, I was totally blown away. And it really kind of pisses me off that in my brain, it took me this long to switch and like move over and do this, because all of these tools that I've been missing out on that they have available, it's pretty freaking cool. So they have, you know, EXP Enterprise, which is like the system that you log into every day where you can see how much you've paid into towards your cap, how many agents you know, you've sponsored and how many agents are under them. So your entire rev share group, it's got all of the marketing materials that you need, from social media to print marketing materials. If you want someone, you know, wants to kind of like poke around in EXP, they have like a little guest pass thing that you can go in there. It's like, it's super cool and legit. And it is also,
who is it? It's Little Nero, sir. I have your pizza.
I swear, every time I shoot a video, like my phone either starts ringing, or doorbell damn rings. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so EXP Enterprise is really, really cool system. It's very, very user friendly, but it's really neat how it just like breaks down and shows you everything. Then, you know, we've got the EXP World, which is basically our big virtual campus and office. And again, I heard some people kind of talk shit about it before I came over to EXP, like, ooh, I don't want to play a video game when I go to the office. But honestly, it's legit. And not only is it legit, but it's really, really convenient. And so like one morning I had a question like for the accounting department on setting something up. And it was like 8 o'clock in the morning, logged on to the World, took the little avatar over to the accounting department. I was like second in line, sat down in front of Joe Schmo's little avatar, talked directly to him through his avatar, got my question answered, and I was on my way in like 7 minutes. So, I mean, for me, that made way more sense than me having to like drive to an office or chase somebody down on the phone. It was really, really convenient. So, so you've got the EXP World that you can kind of play around in. But the thing I think I'm most impressed with is EXP Workplace. So Workplace is, it's Facebook made it. It's like a system for companies that's like an internal Facebook. The interface actually looks just like Facebook. You can set up different groups, just like Facebook has private groups that you join, so you can join different groups. So like Dallas EXP agents, or because, you know, I'm a person of color, like Black EXP agents. I'm sure they have like an Asian and Hispanic and like, I don't know, like they have all different types of groups that are in there. Referral network for EXP agents, you know, North Texas agents in general. So it's all of these different groups that you can join. As a matter of fact, I'm working 2 referrals already that I got from one of the groups in there. So it's really, really cool. So you can join these groups. They've got the news feed going on of all of the different news that's going on with EXP, and you're really, really dialed in. I had a question for my state broker, and instead of me having to like call her or send her an email, I just hopped into Workplace, sent her a chat, and within like 3 minutes, she responded back. So it's really, really cool how plugged in you are between EXP Enterprise, between the world, Workplace, and then within your own network. And so when you join, of course, typically you're going to join under someone, and they're under someone, and they're under someone, and they're under someone. And that's what I'm talking about when I say network. So our network is like 2,500 people. We have our own private Facebook group. Not only do we have a private Facebook group, but we have like a messenger group as well. And then we have like group text as well. And so you're constantly in contact with all of these people all over the United States that are like actually trying to help you. And it's really weird because you can legitimately ask any question and like they answer it. They don't like vague book you with an answer like, I kind of like this CRM, or I usually use this system. Like they legit say, this is what you need to do. This is what I have. This is how you do it. This is how you set it up. And it has really been a really humbling experience to be able to dial in and talk to so many agents of like really high caliber and that are producing at this really, really high level and have built these high level businesses. And you can just talk to them and they just answer your questions, and everybody's really cool and chill about it. And just kind of the whole collaborative model around it is really neat. And I understood it before I joined EXP, which is why I like hit the button, but I didn't really truly like get it until I was in there and it was impacting me. I've had so many existing EXP agents like reach out to me. We've done like conference calls with their teams because they love how I do video. They love how I do my social media. And in exchange, they're like, hey, you know, have a call with my team, talk to us a little bit about the video, talk to me, you know, how you do this. And then, hey, I've got this over here if you're wanting to get into that, and I'll pass you all of the information on that. And so like, we're literally just like masterminding and collaborating every day. And it's just this really cool, like, hodgepodge of awesomeness. Is that a thing? I like it. So yeah, so that is pretty well all of the stuff. I mean, I wouldn't say that there's anything bad. So the good stuff, again, dialing into the network, onboarding was super easy. Learning all of the systems takes you about a week. It's a lot of stuff, but if you just sit down and do it, it's not really that big of a deal. You can take an hour out of your day for a whole week and you'll figure it all out. What else? Collaborating with people, getting to meet all of the new people, like all of that's the good stuff. The only thing bad, like I said, is it's just something new, and you just gotta kind of dial in, and it's a lot of information. If you're not used to it, it can be a little bit mind-boggling in the beginning, but you just do it and you're good to go. So yeah, so 30-day review, I'm definitely gonna have to say like 2 thumbs up. Very, very happy that I made the move. The only regret that I have at this point is that I didn't make the move sooner. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about EXP, I'd love to chat with you about it. Down in the description, there's a link that you can click on, pick my brain. We can chat a little bit more about what it looks like to switch over, be involved with my network, what value we can bring to you and your business. And until the 60-day, I'll bring you guys some content in between now and then. But until that 60-day, holla at your girl.